Well, I told you all I would be back for a second video, and then I must get started with my day, okay? So again, this is your Lady Lisa, well, High Priestess Lady Lisa. You can tell I'm starting to get tired, right? Yeah, I know. Okay. So, here's Daddy Hank. What a handsome, handsome, handsome man by the infamous, famous Danny Emery of Philadelphia, Philly Inc., if you're not aware of him. That portrait looks so real that if there was better lighting down here, you would want to touch his mustache because his mustache looks so real. That's kind of weird because when I get in the shower, I'm like, all right, Dad, you changed my Pampers when I was like little, but like I'm 43 now and you're in the shower with me, but that's my roadie. That's my homie, so he can go anywhere with me. I want him to go to. Okay, so I just did a video. You guys will see it. I hope you're all subscribing and pushing that bell alert button so you can get alerts when I go live, and you can leave your comments and your feedback and your debates so you can get those beautiful giveaways that we love to give away because we are givers, we're not takers. I'm just being silly because I'm tired. Anyway, per request again. Okay, so also forgot to mention in my last video that we're getting ready to do personal classes where me and my coven sisters and myself will be going out to people's homes, and we will be teaching them how to spellcast, okay? As a traditional born witch, now high priestess, we do not believe that you can just wake up one day and become a witch. You have to be born in the witchery. It's just the way we believe, okay? That's what we believe. That's what we know to be true, and that's what we're sticking with. And not everybody's going to agree with that, and it's okay because we need diversity. If we all agree on the same thing in life, it's going to be terribly boring, right? Terribly boring. So that's a new thing that we're coming out with now too. We're going to be going out and doing private classes, depending on the person's schedule and their affordability, which is still a donation towards cancer in honor of my father. And something I'm battling myself. Let me get it out there. It's a known fact. Runs on both sides of my family. It's something that I've been dealing with for the last 2 years, maybe 2.5 years. Sorry about these glasses. I can't wait to get the laser eye surgery. I cannot stand these glasses, and I'm the OCD witch, so they're driving me nuts. So they're probably driving you nuts, right? So, I got in one of my moods. The holidays hit. My dad wasn't here. And I said, I'm not fighting this battle. I'm not doing the chemo. I'm not going to be looking sick and losing my hair and doing this and that and third. And, I regrouped. I had a lot of loved ones stop by, put notes under the door, try to get in contact with me, talk me, listen to me cry. I'm not a crier. And I'm going to be starting my treatments. And I'm going to beat this crap. I'm going to beat this shit right out of it. In honor of my father. Okay? So, another per request is if you are already a spellcaster, or you're, just beginning, or you want to begin to be a spellcaster, I can't tell you what spell to start with. I can advise you what spell to start with per my grandmother's advice at the age of 5 and me spellcasting ever since I was the age of 5, because I am a fire sign. I am an Aries and I love fire. I can play with fire all single day. And so when she said, casting spells and had the cauldron going and the fire, I was like, this is for me. This is for me. So anyway, if I were you, okay, I would either purchase already put together spell kit, which I should have brought down here with me, with the instructions in there, so it can't go wrong because practice makes perfect, okay? And I very highly doubt taking psychic off the board for a minute, person to person, human being to human being, that in your spellcasting days, no matter how powerful you are, no matter how many times you have done it, you're going to come across one that you do for yourself where it fails or it backfires. It happens to the greatest of us all, me included. So don't let that deter you, okay? You just got to get over it, move on, and fix it, and do your best to fix it. So I personally, today, right now, if I was on the other side right now watching this video, I would order a spell kit, okay? If indeed I didn't have the donation for the spell kit, then I would start with a money candle, okay? You know, every spell has the chance to fail and backfire. The last thing you wanted to do is backfire, because when it backfires, what you wanted to happen is going to not happen and turn 20-fold wrong. Okay, so if, let's hypothetically say you're doing a money spell and for some odd reason this spell goes wrong, like you have a hex on you, you have a curse on you, you have a jinx on you, they're all different. You don't know that you have it. You kind of sort of know there's something not right, because no matter what you do, you can't get no money in your life. And you're a really good person. And you go and you do a money spell, and it takes you broker than you thought it would have, well then you might want to get somebody like myself or somebody else to look into, are you maybe hexed, jinxed, or cursed? But anyway, I personally would get a kit. I would do a glamour kit. Well, I'm a woman, so I would probably get the glamour kit. We have the money kits, we have protection kits, we have empowerment kits, we have get what you want kits. But again, like I said, I've done them all, okay, because we put them together. So why not practice with what we put together? Because before we put it out on the market, even though it's a donation, we want to make sure that it's working right, properly, right? Okay, and you can see, as you can see, no, I'm not a bragger, okay, and there's nothing vain about me. I just look in the mirror every single day, and I know that I'm an absolutely gorgeous glam mom. I know I don't look 43, okay, and I am proud to say that I am gorgeous, and a witch on top of that. And I work hard at it. I do. I work hard at it, you know. I'm a vegan. I watch what I drink. I'm as physical as can be, you know, battling this cancer, and I'm not going to tell you what type of cancer it is, because it's really not for you. You know, I use our youth serum that we've made. You know, I take my vitamins, I drink my juices, you know, I do everything I can. I do, and I do the glamour kit at least once a month. I do it. Oh, I love the glamour kit. I love it. It just does everything. Like, it just, what you write down on your petition is what it does. You know, I want my body back to when I was 16. I don't care about the stretch marks. They're like a badge of honor. But, you know, I want my body back to when it looked like it was 16. You know, I don't want no wrinkles. As you can see, I don't have any. You know, my oldest is going to be 25 in April. Here we go with the hiccups again on YouTube. 2 grandbabies. The other one's 21, the other one's 18, and, you know, I'm a glam mom, a witchy glam mom, and I want to look like that. So, why do I always talk about myself once in a great while? I don't know. It's like I don't have no one to really talk to, so that's another reason why I like do YouTube. It's kind of like a blog for me, too. It's kind of like where I get the vent. You know, I mean, I got my coven sisters and a few people that I speak to, but nothing like I can really get down and speak about, you know, like, I look in the mirror every day, you know? I see beauty in everybody, you know? I really do. And there's nothing about being or saying that you're beautiful. It's not cocky, it's not egotistic. It's confidence, and you need to be confident. So even a man can do one of our spell kits. A man could do a glamour kit. A man could do an empowerment kit, because what the empowerment kit does is it comes with a talisman necklace. It comes with the charcoal. It comes with the candle. It comes with the instructions. It comes with 2 pouches. It comes with herbs. It comes with so much stuff in it. It's beautiful. And what man don't want to enhance his looks through magic? I mean, you think these people out here in this world, you go in front of a doctor, lawyers, they're practicing magic. You watch the news, they're talking about manifestation. They're talking about how they win on their football picks, their manifestation of magic. Magic is everywhere. Disney World has been magic since it has been made. Okay, magic is real. So get with the program. The empowerment kit is beautiful because what the empowerment kit does is it opens up your gifts that you either didn't know you have or you need more work on. The Get What You Want kit, well, that's obvious. You're going to get whatever you write on your petition. If you want the world, you're going to get the world. If you want to fly on a broom, you're going to fly on a broom. That's one of my favorite spell kits. To get what you want. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Like when I manifest every night before I lay my head down, I do my worry doll. Don't forget about them worry dolls, okay? And since the puppies ate my first worry doll, oh my gosh, I loved her. I loved her. They ate her. So I had to pick out another one, and that's fine. I named her Molly, and she's just as incredible. And after I do her and I lay down and I pray and I give my thanks and my praise and I send prayers out to the world, I manifest. And so before I go into manifestation really quick, if you don't want to look into one of the spell kits that we have to offer, okay, try a money spell. Okay, try the money spell. But I'm warning you now, especially if you're a beginner. See, I can just say a spell right now and say, so mote it be, and spit, because I'm part gypsy. I've been a gypsy in my past life, and it works. It happens like that. And that's what happens when you've been doing things for years. Like if you've been typing for years, you can type like 1,000 words per minute. Like it just happens. It just works like that for me. And 2 of my cousins, when we went to the Witches convention, was like, oh, you're going to get a ticket on your car parking there. I said, yeah, so might there be no ticket on my car? Psst, no ticket. So anyway, I would start with a money spell. But again, be very careful, okay? Because you got to watch how you dress it. You got to watch the herbs and the oils you put in there. You got to make sure that they're real. You got to make sure they're legit, okay? And just because you're getting them off of eBay or Amazon don't mean they're real. Remember that, okay? What else do I have to say? So be careful with that, okay? Because you have to, unless you become like somebody like me, where you can just say it and spit, you got to have that circle of salt for protection. You got to open and close a circle, or you are opening a portal for demonic entities to enter and destroy everything that you've been working hard for. That's why it's serious to have a circle of salt. To be in that circle of salt with all your ingredients while you're performing these spells, and to make sure you open and close a circle. Now, I can never let you see the opening and closing of my circle. It's a disgrace. It's disrespectful to the universe, okay? No real witch should ever allow you to see the opening and closing of her circle or his circle. And if they do, they're not real, and I'm telling you that for a fact. Now, The only thing I can say, like when I do explain about altars, your altar is your altar. You can have one thing on your altar and it can mean the world to you. And then you could be cluttered but clean like me and have 50 million things all over your altar. Your altar is your altar. However, there's one thing you can not do when you're opening and closing your circle. No, let me rephrase that. There's two things you must do when opening and closing your circle. Depending on if you work with deities, who you call upon, you have to call to the northeast, south, and west. The power of earth, fire, air, and water. Okay? You have to do that. However else you do when you close it and open it would be up to you. But that is a guaranteed must. So I hope that answers your question about if you want to start off with something easy and effective. My advice today would be either start with one of the prepared kits with the instructions to the T where you cannot mess up and get beautiful, wonderful results from it, or start with a money candle from a metaphysical store or someone like us, where we can even dress it for you if you want, and ship it out, donations only, or we can just ship it out and teach you how to dress it. Or you could go to your local religious store or metaphysical store and buy one there. Okay, just make sure you sage it, clean it. Okay, that's imperative. And your area, make sure you get a cleansing bath. We sell all that stuff too, donation. There's a lot that goes into spells. People think spells are so easy. They're so wonderful and effective, but they're not easy. There's a lot of preparation that has to go in prior to doing the spell, during the spell, and after the spell. And if you come across somebody, okay, who you can't keep in contact with, right? You can't see their face, or you can't get no feedback about any spells they've done privately before or they've done, period. Or you go to your metaphysical store and you buy a spell that's already dressed, but they want more money to read your candle when it's done, I would run. I would seriously run the other way, because you know what? If it was me watching this video and I'm just starting out, I'm not making somebody else's pockets richer, okay? When I can't see your face, I can't contact you, and I got to pay extra money for you to read my candle to me, when I can give it, let's just hypothetically say you're the viewer and I'm me, and I could give it to me and my coven sisters who work hard to make all this stuff in our ritual and bless it so that it will work effectively, and then it goes to 3 different types of charities. 2 of them are cancer, and 1 is for pets, because what witch doesn't love pets? Who doesn't love pets? That's the only thing that I think makes me a little bit perturbed, is that you have these people out here that, well, of course, if you don't know about the channel or the group or everything that we do, of course you're going to go elsewhere and get your needs. But if you can come here and get the same thing and know that it's going to be effective and work, and know that your money is going to a great place, why would you want to make somebody else richer when you don't even know what you're really getting? That's just not, don't sit right with me. And it's not because I want your donation. Me and my coven sisters barely get any of it. It goes to charities, and I got proof of that. You got to keep proof of that for tax reasons. Okay? So, I will be doing a glamour kit again. Now let's talk a little bit about manifestation. Okay. Why do I encourage readings often, and why do I encourage manifestation? Because manifestation is real. Manifestation, all it is the power of the mind. It is the most powerful thing in the world, and you can create everything and anything you want with manifestation if you do it correctly. And all you have to do is say it as often as you want, as much as you want, whatever it is you want, and believe that it's already here. And then be patient and wait for it. And it will come. It will come. Sometimes it could be done in 17 seconds. Sometimes it takes a week. Sometimes it takes a year, like everything. Okay? It's the way it goes. But manifestation is one of the best things you could do, especially when you're getting a spell done, because you're manifesting helps speed the spell up. Like you're being positive and you waiting for the results. Manifestation is like speaking something into life. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. You should start really trying it. You can manifest anywhere. You can manifest sitting on your step. You can manifest right now. Okay? Your manifestations are your manifestations. I know. That's why I'm so successful in everything that I do. And I accomplish everything that I do. And I am well known and liked by many because of how sincere and generous I am by heart, because I manifest. What else did I want to say? Why my voice is getting horsey because I'm tired and it's freezing down here in the bar. Oh, the Book of Shadows. Okay, I don't have my Book of Shadows here with me because it's in my coven. What a Book of Shadows is a book. It has absolutely no lines on the paper. It's parchment paper is what it is. Usually locks. It has a lock on it. Sometimes they'll have a locking key. Sometimes they won't. And what a Book of Shadows is, which I have from my grandmother and her grandmother, and my own Book of Shadows, which, if you think about it, what it is when you come up and create your own spell, like I did, keep the police away spell, okay? And I've done a YouTube on that I've done it for my own homes, and several people have requested it, and it's been a success. Because look, we're in the real world today, okay? And the thing is, why you think I had to do what I had to do with my neighbors? They're constantly calling saying there's somebody trying to break into the bar. There's nobody trying to break into the bar. Look, I don't want the police, sorry, no disrespect, at my home unless it's an emergency, okay? So, for example, that got written in my Book of Shadows. So when I pass my Book of Shadows down to my grandchildren, like my grandmother and my great-grandmother did, I will have a wonderful, wonderful book of my own spells that I've created for them to learn and do. And then when you're done your first Book of Shadows, you're moving on to your second, you can actually go get it published. And it can be a very successful #1 hitter, best-selling spell book. Like we all have bought a spell book at one time or another. You think their spells didn't come from a Book of Shadows? So where can you purchase these? We do not make them. Okay, we can make them, but we have never been asked to make them. So no, we have never put our time and effort into making them. I got mine from my local metaphysical store, where I've been dealing with the same witch, like I said, for about 17 years, maybe possibly more, here in Philadelphia. And I got tons and tons and tons of spells in there that I've came up with. And I just haven't shared them with YouTube yet because nobody has really asked about them. So that's why I say when you say a spell, there's not one spell in this whole world we cannot do. So I would invest very dear, and they're not cheap, okay? So I would invest in a Book of Shadows, definitely, because it's only going to work for the best of you, especially if you have to go back and do it for a client. It's going to be all written right there in your book, okay? So definitely invest in a Book of Shadows. Search around, look on Amazon, look on eBay. Just make sure that it's brand new and it has no lines in it. It cannot be a diary. It has to be a Book of Shadows, okay? And what else can I say about being a witch? I've heard, Witches look like this. They'll have black on. Their nails will be black. Their eye makeup will be black. Listen, do you know how many times you've walked past a witch in your lifetime and never would know because they're either bougie or they're very pretty and, we're told by folklore and going back to our ancestors and the Salem witch trials and all that stuff that, witches were deformed and unattractive. Well, that's not the case. So unless you see a witch perform a witch's duties, you're not going to know who's a witch. See, somebody can walk around all day long with black makeup and black hair and black clothes and tattoos on their bodies and that resemble witches and stuff like that. That don't mean you're a witch. Witches are marked at birth, okay? I have 3 of them. That's one way you could tell a witch. But how are you going to walk down the street and say, well, I think you're a witch. Can you strip down? I want to see if you have some markings somewhere. No, you can't do that. You know how many doctors you've run into that practice magic? Witchcraft? Commentators for football and sports, the newscasters, people in movies. You think these actors that play practical magic and Bewitched and stuff like that, they didn't have some type of experience with witchcraft? Okay, yeah, they had to read their scripts and learn their lines, but like you got this new show that just came out called Texas Midnight, I believe, with the woman who played Meghan Markle, the prince's wife. She's a witch. Her name is Fiji. You can tell she's dabbled in witchcraft if she still isn't dabbling in witchcraft. You can just tell sometimes, okay? And she looks nothing like a witch, according to what we think witches look like, okay? And then here's another absolute fact. How can you believe in the Bible and not believe in witchcraft? That's like believing in God and not believing in the devil. Don't make no sense to me. That's why you're not supposed to judge a book by a cover, and you're never supposed to judge somebody by the way they look. Because it's our body, it's our money, and it's our right to look the way we want to look. And if it's weird to you, well, maybe you're weird to us. I mean, I say it often, all these shootings that are going on, it's sad. It brings tears to my eyes. It brings tears to my eyes, and I'm not a crier. But you never hear about a witch doing that. I'm not saying we have angel wings on our back and we're going to fly out the window, because there's witches out here that do nothing but evil magic. There's witches like myself that will do, hex you and do great stuff, okay? But you're just not supposed to judge, because it's not the witches who are on the news going to jail. This person from Philadelphia who went to jail this morning, this woman, I don't know, what was she, a senator or something? And she did perjury, and now she's doing like 10 to 2 years or something. Come on, just do your job, lady. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you didn't see a witch getting dragged into jail. I'm not saying that there's not witches in jail, but when do you ever hear about a witch going and shooting up all these innocent people? When do you ever hear about a witch hurting all these wonderful little children who are just trying to go to school to get an education? You don't. So the point is, stop judging people. Stop it. Because it's not right. It's not right. Because that same person that you might judge might be that same person that might save your life one day. And you can save lives in many ways. Just by a smile, just by a kind word, just by giving a listening ear. Let me tell you something. About 2.5 weeks ago, right before Thanksgiving hit, my first holiday without my father here in the physical world, I got the news that my cancer spread because I avoided the doctors all summer long. All the way since last March, I avoided the doctors. It was a little devastating to me. It was. I don't know what else to say. I don't know. I just lost my train of thought. I think because when I think about it, it just saddens me that this world is just so awfully mean anymore. Awfully mean. And so judgmental. See, envy and jealousy is what starts wars. No communication, pointing fingers. You're better than me, I'm better than you. We can't get nowhere in life. And nobody is addressing the real problem when it comes to this gun violence. We're not in here making guns. Like me and my coven sisters make oils and spells. They're coming in from somewhere, correct? Let me not say anything. People are too quick to put the cuffs on you and throw you in jail for speaking truth, rather than just be told a lie. But we all know where it's coming from, okay? And it's just a way to take down the population. It's that simple. Now, here's a person like myself, okay? I have fibromyalgia, I have RSD, CRSP, two very, very painful diseases, okay? And they're fighting one another all day long, on top of me being epileptic, and this is not a pity party. I'm just throwing out a testimony, okay? Now, to find out that the cancer spread. But life goes on. It goes on. I'm not going to go bury myself in a hole somewhere and have a pity party for myself because I'm sick. There's sicker people out here than me. There's people that can't do a YouTube video. And guess what? I, the one who was diagnosed with these diseases that could be crippling by doctors. I didn't make it up. Doctors diagnosed it. But yet, if you go to the doctor and present it to them, they tell you you're mentally crazy and you need to go see a psych doctor. And then if you find one of those lucky doctors, if you're fortunate enough to find one of those great doctors who will help you with the pain, because this disease is now called the suicide disease, because it's that terribly painful. We can't get pain medication anymore. You want to know why? Because everybody is looking out for the heroin addicts. And again, I'm not mean. I'm not being judgmental. I'm just speaking truth. And this is what was laying heavy on my mind and my heart prior to the last video I just did. That's why another reason I'm jumping in and doing a second video. It's not right that people who have these diseases, like fibromyalgia and RSD, want to actually take their own lives from the pain, okay? Because they don't want to give us proper drug medication to help with our pain because they're afraid that the heroin addicts will overdose even more. Do you know that I could take my medical card and go to one of my local Rite Aid, CVS, Walgreens, and get a Narcan device, so that if I see a heroin addict overdosing, I can narc them? And I don't mind doing that. I would lay my life down for somebody. Anybody, even a stranger. Because I know what's on the other side. But you can't go into a pharmacy with your medical card and get the pain meds that you need so that you can halfway function decently throughout the day, because they're worried about the heroin addicts ODing even more. How does that make any sense? How? Start getting to the bottom of all these problems, getting a fix to them before we don't have a youth and a generation anymore. And stop worrying about what somebody believes in, what they practice, how they live their life, and what they're doing. Okay? Because you don't want it to be one of your family members or one of your loved ones who are walking to school or just in a club watching a video or a concert, and you got to find out off the news that they've passed over to the light. That's the problem. Everybody's so quick to judge and hate and be jealous instead of fixing themselves or getting to the real problem. I'm not a TV watcher. I really never have been. It just bores me, or it's nothing but negativity and sadness, right? Well, when you're in the hospital, all you really can do is watch TV or sleep. So I started watching the news, and I watched The Real a couple times. The Real, the show The Real. I believe it comes on Fox. Well, here in Philadelphia, I believe it comes on Fox. And one of the girls on there, her niece was just recently killed in one of the shootings. And my prayers and my love go out to you and your family if you ever come across this video. And they're talking about it, but they're not talking about where it really comes from. And you want to know why? Because people are afraid to go to jail. Because you have to watch about certain things that you say, especially on social media. Because as unfairly as it is, just like you're guilty before you're innocent, but that's why you get locked up right away. They don't want to address it because they're afraid to go to jail. They want to talk all around it, but they don't want to address it. Just like me. I can't say what I really want to say on here. But if you're psychic, you know what I really am trying to say, because you can't trust people out here because they don't want the real truth to get out. But these doctors are not going to learn until people, unfortunately, really start taking their lives over this pain. And they're getting sued out the behinds by these people's family members. Or it's one of these high-powered people and one of their loved ones get innocently shot and killed. Then it'll be addressed, won't it? I woke up this morning, I put on the news, something I don't usually do, but because I was in the hospital for almost 2 weeks, I'm used to it now. And they showed a videotape of pure daylight, this man, grown man, walking down the street with this little 8-year-old girl walking by in her school uniform, and he makes a U-turn and goes right up her dress with his fingers and his hands. And they had that on the news. Now, what awareness did that bring? What did it bring? That you don't want to send your kids to school no more? That nothing is safe? But you want to judge me because I'm a witch and I do psychic readings, or any other witch. Or you want to judge this person because they believe in the Muslim faith, or the Jehovah faith, or the Buddhist faith, or the Catholic faith. Well, don't get me started with that, okay? Because the Archdiocese is getting ready to go to court as we speak again for doing something to a little boy that they had no right to do to, okay? So here we go again with that occult. And that's not judging the Catholic religion. It's the truth. It's disgusting. They shouldn't be allowed to teach nothing because what they teach is wrong. Okay? And they're definitely an occult. That's the definition of an occult, the Catholic Church. Anyway, I'm blogging, I guess. Is this what blogging is? Or definitely venting, right? I'm doing one or the other. 40 minutes in again. And let me state for the record, here we go again. If you like me, how I teach, or you like the traditional way of teaching witchcraft or spellcasting, or you would like to donate and purchase something, subscribe. Hit the bell button as soon as it comes up so you can get alerts, because we do giveaways a lot. Free giveaways, beautiful giveaways. And I will be going live soon on YouTube, and I'll be doing mini readings for people I've never met or known, because I'm not one of those. I don't have time to have people hack. I don't even barely know how to use my $1,500 phone, let alone hack. So when I read you, it's pure energy, pure gift. Because I want to know as least as possible, so when I read you, you can walk away wowed. So motive be, everyone does it. Wow. Unbelievable. Wow. Because I'm the true deal. Not that other people aren't, but I'm the real deal. So make sure you hit that bell button, okay? And you can debate this video. You can debate it. You can say, I don't believe in you, I'm Catholic. Just, it's not what you say, it's how you say it, okay? You could leave beautiful feedback. You could say, it didn't resonate. Can you clarify it again? Can you teach something again? I need to know this, I need to know that. If you need help with anything, or you would like to donate or purchase anything, or you would like a spell done, like I said, we can dress the candles for you and mail them out. We can do them here for you, and we explain how that gets done. And we always keep in touch. Just link your comments below, and I'll link you my direct information, my email or my text. I prefer text on my work number, because I really got like 17,000 emails and I don't get to them. But if you text me in time, because I forget nobody, I may need your help reminding me, because we get very busy, and that's a beautiful blessing, but nobody gets forgotten when it comes to me. I forget myself before I forget you. But just please take a moment in silence before you lay your head down, wherever you may be in the world, and, say a special prayer for all these innocent victims and their family members. Even for the people who are doing the killings, their families are hurting just as bad. You might not be able to see that side of it, and only a certain amount of people can, okay? And I can see both sides, because, they lost somebody too, even though they hurt and injured and took a lot of lives away from people, especially around the holidays. They have family that hurt too, okay? So prayers should go out to everybody involved. And what we need to do is to start loving one another, lifting one another up, and communicating, and trying to figure out a solution to stop all this nonsense about, well, she has green hair. Her hair's mint green. She's got tattoos all over her body. Her nails are pink, purple, yellow, blah, 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 blah. She wears big earrings. She's got piercings in her face. She's a witch. Blah, blah. Do you know that almost every psychic you go to, whether they charge you $1,000, $100, $50, $60, they're witches? But you'll sit there and say, I can't get a reading done by him or her because they're a witch. How many times if you've been to a psychic before and got a reading, you got read by a witch? A lot of them will not advocate that on their cards or their business, because they're afraid that they won't get business, because everybody thinks a witch is scary. Honey, I'm not scary. I can be scary if you mess with me or somebody I love, but for the most part, I'm not scary. It's the people out in this world that's scary. And look, my lipstick is all the way up here. The glitter is all the way up here. Oh my goodness. It's the world that's scary, this physical world. That's why I love working with spirits. That's why if I have to read you, I would prefer you say, can you please do a mediumship over a psychic reading any time of the day? Because I love to talk to spirits. And two other things I'm going to say real quick. The Long Island medium, I watch her, okay, I do. She intrigues me a lot, okay? I know, but she's real. She's gotten lazy over the years, okay? It's real easy. It's real easy to fish for information. The hackers, look at them. They do it every single day. They hacked my Facebook like 4 times already. Nothing to say. She's an awesome. Her show's running 10 years in a row. She's 51 years old and she's still going strong. But now you got the mama medium. And I'm not saying she's not real either. But she says she's psychic, but she can only read the future. Let's go back to why I advocate getting readings often. Because we're born with a destiny. But every day that we wake up, we change. Something about our day or something about us changes. And that goes along with our boss, our coworkers, our family members, our children, etc., etc., etc. So you go to a psychic, okay, and they tell you, well, first of all, if you're going to go to a psychic, you best believe if you're going to pay for it, you better get a past and a present. Because if they can't tell you something about your past that they couldn't have known, cut it short. Now, they could say anything about your future. That don't mean that they're fake. It means that things change. I could sit here and tell you that I see you getting married in 4 weeks, and it's going to be the biggest, beautifulest wedding ever to date. And guess what? You're standing at the altar, and he or she doesn't show up. That's not because I'm fake. That's because we change. So our readings are going to change. Now, there's a lot of fakes out here and a lot of scammers. Don't get it twisted, okay? You might have been to a couple of them, which I don't condone. It's skanky to me, okay? It's just uncouth in every aspect. But if you go to a real psychic and you know they're real, whether it's a him or her like myself, who got the credentials and the credibility, and I read your future, and it changes, that doesn't mean I'm fake. It means something you did or somebody else did changed. That's why you're supposed to get readings often. And I know there's a money struggle out here. But guess what? There's not a money struggle out here if you do money spells. Or you get somebody to do money spells for you. And you believe and you follow the instructions like I do. Always money spells. Every single day I'm doing a money spell. Bay leaves, money spells, reverse spells. And my money flows, baby, flows. And I'm not a bragger. I'm just one to let you guys know that I am so thankful to Mother Universe and giving me my gifts. Because, you know, there was once a time when I said, I'm going to try to leave my craft. And I was stuck in a dark, deep financial hole. Because once you're called into the craft, you will never be let go. You will always be nudged and nagged until you return. Okay? Because you're chosen. You're picked. That's very special. So, all these people in the world who become rich, it's because they want to be rich. Just like me. Failure is not an option for me, Samoda B. Success is only an option for me. And I don't have a pinnacle. You know why I don't have a pinnacle? Because I'm never going to stop reaching the top of anything. Just like people say, the sky is the limit. No, it's not. It's just the view. You limit yourself. Okay? Don't do that. Speak what you want into life and manifest it. And believe and trust in me this. If something doesn't work out your way, it's not always considered a failure. It could be the best blessing ever. You know, somebody had come to me and said, well, he left me. He was my world. He was my soul. I don't know how to live life without him. Well, first of all, sorry. You shouldn't devote your whole life around another human being. They will always let you down. Every human being at some point in time in their life will let you down. You need to be independent. That's number one. Second of all, him leaving you, it's nothing to be sad about. It was a blessing. You want to know why it was a blessing today? Because she's remarried. And not only is she remarried, but she got a bigger, beautiful house. Oh, goodness. When she first thought it was a curse or something evil that was thrown on her, it was a blessing. So look at your cup or your candle. Full, not half empty. Stop judging people. Worry about you, okay? Stop worrying about people. Love yourself first. Find out who you are. Once you recognize who you are and you admit to yourself who you are, you can change that, okay? But when you're in denial about who you are, then you can't change anything about yourself. And nobody else can do it for you neither. It has to come from within. And one strong person like you or myself can make a big difference in this world by just voicing our opinions. And being kind, it's free. And again, telling the truth is not being mean. Sitting here calling you a disgusting slob, and no, I'm not. I'm just doing a hypothetical. Oh, goodness, let me get a tissue, sorry. Sitting here calling you a fat slob when, come on, man. Who says who's fat? That's why I don't mess with scales. People say, you're too skinny, Lady Lisa. You're a crackhead. You're on drugs. So then if you're too heavy, you're a disgusting, obese, overeater addict. If you like to go to the casino because you lost your significant other and you don't want to be alone, you're an addict because you're in a casino. You're never going to be all right with everybody. So why try? Be okay with yourself and be okay with those who accept you. And life will be a lot easier. And you don't have to hate those that you can't be around because of their negative thinking and negative ways and not wanting to change. You just need to walk away and love them from a distance. You could talk about their problems because it's going to bother you when you love somebody and you want them to change and they don't. But you don't have to slander them. You ain't got to say the junkie with the needle in his arm or her arm or the prostitute that sells herself for $5. You ain't got to talk like that. They're human beings too. Their daughters, their mothers, their aunts, their nieces, their grandmothers. And the same thing with the fellas. So, thank you for subscribing to my channel, for loving my teaching, for leaving your beautiful comments, even your debates, because you could be a winner of our beautiful giveaways, even with a debate. Anything negative that you leave below will be blocked and removed. So if you want to waste your time, go ahead, because you're gone. Poof. And thank you for trusting in me. For everyone I've read, everyone I'm going to continue to read, everyone who allows me and my coven sisters to do spells for them, who become financially successful through money spells, prosperity spells, abundance spells, whatever you may do. Thank you for just donating and helping these little children who won't make it out of their cancer. But because you donate, their mothers and fathers don't have to worry about paying a bill or losing their home so they could be with their children in the hospital. That's what you do when you purchase and donate off us. Thank you for donating to the Wish Foundation. So these people who don't have a chance can have their last wish. Like me, if it ever comes down to it, I want to meet Sylvester Stallone. My dad's last wish was he wanted money to go to the Wish Foundation. And that's why I'm doing this. So his last wish will be fulfilled even though he is not in the physical world, but he can still say it. And then the other money goes to the SPCA to help neuter these pets, get them out for adoption, get them in from the cold, and help feed them. So before you think about going to your local metaphysical store or doing this or doing that and putting money in somebody's pocket who's already rich, get it from somebody who's giving it to charities so you and I together can make a difference. And if I'm here speaking to you today, right now, and I'm crying, I got nothing to hide. I'm not one who does a dark video where you can't see my face. I'm not one that doesn't keep in contact. I'm not one who doesn't give you my information. I have people over to my own home. I do private readings in my home. I travel. I do hypnosis. I do everything. I'm real. I'm the real deal. And I just want more love in life and no judgment. I'll stop the judging. Just look, just don't say nothing. Sometimes silence is the best thing. It could be the best revenge, silence. So can a hex. And silence can be golden. Okay? Don't forget to push that bell button alert. You don't want to miss out on these beautiful giveaways. I'll be waiting for your comments on these last 2 videos. Sorry for my crying. I'm not a crier. I don't know what the heck is going on with me right now. I am like a nervous wreck. I can't tell you about what's going on today, but it's like the ultimate news. The ultimate news, something I've been waiting for, and I finally got it, and it's here today, and I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I'm so excited. Thank you, Mother Universe. And then I'm doing a reading party Saturday. Woohoo! And then I'm casting Sunday night. So with that being said, love and light again. Blessed be. Angels on your pillow. And please, 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 let your voice be told. Even if you make your own YouTube channel and it has nothing to do with magic. Let your voice be told. Stop pushing your religion and your faith on people. You could talk about it, but stop pushing it on people. Start making awareness about what's going on out here in the world before we don't have anything left. Nothing. Or it's one of our own. Now, before I click off, if you would love for me to channel one of your loved ones who've passed over into the light, or you would like confirmation on how they passed, if you have questions, or something about their passing wasn't right, or you think you have a hex or a jinx or a curse on you, or you would like a reading, contact me below. I'll get right on it. And you, I promise you, Samoda B, will never, ever, ever walk away unsatisfied because I won't let you. You'll be so satisfied that you'll be telling the whole world about me. And guess what? I'll be the next one on TV when Long Island Medium gets too old and Mama Medium gets too old. I'll be the next one on TV doing readings all around the world. You'll say, just like my book's getting ready to come out. So with that being said, I'm going to go out and get me some warm hot tea with some milk. Get my choppers brushed. and jump in the shower. And before I knew it, the news is going to be on. And then I got to get ready to go out. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so excited, so excited, so excited. I'm going to tell you guys eventually why I'm so excited, but just not today. And for all you stalkers, for all you people who hate me but still watch my videos, your hate motivates. Even though I don't want you to hate me, because there's no reason to hate me. I'm not better than you. You have every opportunity to have everything that I have as well. But instead, you hate me for having it instead of getting it, when all I did was try to help you get it. But your hate does motivate. I know it sounds hypocritical. How can somebody's hate motivate? Well, because when someone hates on you, you want to just do better. You just want to do better. Some people want to do better in hopes and prayers that they'll see you doing even better and want that and clean up and fix themselves. And some people just do better because they see that you're jealous and they like that. That's not me. I do better because I want you to see it. I want you to see that it's possible, and I want you to get it for yourself. So sleep well, my angels. And until the next YouTube video, which could be tomorrow, depending on what you comment below, I love you all. I hope you enjoyed the video. Sweet dreams, babies.